So for my topic, I chose to talk about aggrieved entitlement, masculinity, and look at that all through the social conflict theory perspective. So I'm going to start out by defining some of these terms for you. So according to mankindprojectjournal.org, aggrieved entitlement refers to the existential state of fear about having one's rightful place as a man questioned, challenged, and ultimately deconstructed. Aggrieved entitlement is being told no when our culture is taught men have a right to something because of their birth, typically as a male, white, straight, educated, able-bodied person. And the social conflict theory argues that individuals and groups or social classes within society interact on the basis of conflict rather than consensus, and social order is actually maintained by domination and power. There's this group of men who I wanted to talk about specifically. They coined the term incels. I'm not sure if anybody's familiar. They typically are found on websites like Reddit. And an incel is basically somebody who is involuntarily celibate. These are basically men who feel they're putting themselves out there and are only being rejected by women. They actually believe that they're entitled to sex and entitled to women's bodies. And because they are either virgins or have not been participating in sex, they're pissed off about it. And some, which unfortunately we've seen recently, actually act out and they do something about it. So the Toronto killings were a perfect example of this. So it's actually interesting to note that a lot of the men who get onto Reddit and maybe for some reason they don't have a girlfriend or they're virgins, which there's nothing wrong with that, or they just haven't been sexually active lately, they get onto Reddit and they join these online communities of men who are basically telling them that they have a reason to be angry, that they're entitled to women's bodies, and because they're men, they deserve to have sex, and they need sex. And so these men who started out just completely neutral, they're becoming violent. They're getting angry because they're being told that that's what's right, that's what they deserve, because they are men. Something that's really unfortunate about our society is that men are told they have to be sexually active in order to be valid, in order to be men. So when you get down to the root of it, you're going to find that these men are so deeply insecure and they feel emasculated. And so the reason that they're violent is because they want to shift the focus. They want the spotlight to be on what they left this world doing, which is dominating, which is showing their power, showcasing that they're powerful and they're not weak. I was reading a really interesting academic journal. We can prevent these national tragedies, but only if we eradicate aggrieved entitlement. To do this, we must fundamentally change American masculinity. We must abolish the hierarchies, both between genders and within. We must allow men to have a range of gender expressions without fear of social rejection. Most importantly, we must uncouple masculinity and violence. So, at the end of the day, we just gotta fucking change, honestly. We need to encourage men to talk about their feelings and to get help and to feel effeminate if they want to. But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk about. And thanks for watching.